Hello, I'm Tiffany Little Canfield, and today I will be answering questions about the casting process. I would say my favorite part is the collaboration, both with the actor in preparing the audition and with the creative team as we look at the auditions and discuss our lists and decide which direction we want to go. At the end of the day, it is all driven by the story. And for Broadway, that could be music. It could be a musical, right? It could be a dance piece. It could be a play. Then again, it is the story and what, those needs to tell that story properly and in an exciting way. And then for film, similar. I've worked on a lot of movie musicals as well as regular films. And really, it's the same process. So I would say that the process is the same for me. It's just playing the room you're in, right? You play the room that you're in. And so you certainly see actors who are really wonderful here, but when you're in a larger space, they maybe don't have the voice to reach a larger audience, in a room, so they might not be as suited for a play at that time. That being said, they could take voice class and work on that skill set to get there. I think that we're mean or don't care. I really think there is this feeling that because we're a gatekeeper of sorts, that's the best part of the job is the power. And I don't really feel powerful. I feel like I'm a collaborator, both with the actor and with my team, with the studio, with the producers. We're all in collaboration to create something. And it's not like American Idol where I'm Simon and I'm saying, you're talented, you're not. I'm looking through really specific filters and only one person gets the job. So that doesn't mean one person is good or right. So I love all of the actors, even the actors who don't get the job. And I want everyone to succeed. Well, there's more to it than talent. There's a story we're telling. So sometimes it gets down to the creator, the director, the producers, and the casting director deciding what is the essence that is at the base of this part. Like, what is this story and this role in this story? Like, what is the most important element? And when you look at that against the two actors, usually there'll be something like an essence of the person or their vulnerability, their strength. It could be any kind of thing like that that is almost unnameable, like you said, invisible, that just feels like it's going to be slightly stronger for this particular story. Honestly, I would say a truth-telling ability, an ability to connect with a character so deeply that brings an authenticity, a specificity, which is something we always look for in acting. But, when you're auditioning for Stephen Sondheim or Lynn, you're auditioning for like the coolest projects in the world. So you've got to bring your A game and fully commit. I always say to an actor, leave something in the room. Bring your heart, your soul. And I think that people are afraid to bring those elements of themselves into an audition because of fear of rejection. We talk about self-sabotage where it's like, I don't want to do my best because if then I don't get it, it's like the best of me is being rejected. I don't think you can think like that. How can we make it where it doesn't feel like rejection? Instead, you get to share your gift with the best artists on the planet. And how can we be positive about doing that and being brave enough to really do that? I'm going to get emotional, but honestly, Ariana Grande with Wicked. She cared and loved this character so much. Her preparation, number one. She knew the show so well and the audition material so well that we were actually able to play. And it didn't feel like, okay, I've got this thing prepared. We say sometimes do all the work so that you can throw it away and play in the room. I believe that is what was happening. And it was a really difficult process to cast, where we wanted to, have a real process, not just one audition. And anytime we asked her to come back, it was, when am I there? And shows up early, and just came, and it all came out of her love of the story and that particular character. I'm just excited that everyone got to see the range of her talents in a new way. I have literally sent in a tape that was out of focus because you could still see what the actor was doing, and it was so unique. I sent it to my producers and I said, listen, the part was very silly too, by the way. So the actor had told the agent, I had one in me, I was going to give it my all, but when I saw that it was out of focus, I just wanted to jump out a window because I can't do it again. And I sent it out, and literally the emails back, offer, 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 offer. Because even though it was not like usable, but we're not using the self-tape for production. It is just to see what the actor is doing. Of course it's great to have great lighting. We want to be able to see and hear it for sure. But I think you should figure out what your setup is for that, and then you've got that figured out. I think one of the biggest problems in self-tapes is when people are too far away in the frame and we can't see in your eyes. Sometimes things have a physical element, so you do need a 3/4 shot, but otherwise, I love top of the head. I don't need to see anything above the top of your head to like right here at the chest. That way I'm really seeing you. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's the acting that gets the job, but I've never been put off by anything other than lame acting, and I can't see it. I don't believe that actors or people have personal brands. I think brands are for companies and products. I understand how actors can feel like a product, so it feels like you have a brand, but I don't personally believe that. I believe actors are artists, and acting is an art form. I believe casting is an art form. So I don't really go with that. However, I think what we need to do when we talk about social media is talk about fame, okay? Because that's what we're really talking about. We're talking about having fans and being famous. And that is not a new concept to casting or the art form. Fame has always existed. Casting has always delved into that because we want people to see what we create. So I would look at it like that. If you get famous on social media for something other than acting, it won't really help your acting. If you're a comedian, a singer, or dancer, it can be a really useful platform to get your work out there and be seen in a way that wasn't possible 15 years ago. I always think fame should be a slightly embarrassing byproduct of good work. We are here to find the best person for the part. In order to do that, we're going to see many brilliant, talented actors, and we recognize that they are brilliant, talented actors. We don't look at it as only the person who gets the job is good. In fact, I have a favorite story from the casting office in New York when I was there, where our favorite part of the day, Bernie and whoever was casting the project with him would go into a final callback session with producers. And when he came out, he wasn't celebrating who got it. He was telling us all of the actors who did amazing but didn't get it and were still available for the projects we're all casting. And we jump on it because they had just proven themselves in the room and it was a really difficult decision, but they're still available. So, we worked on many projects at a time. So that was always kind of like Christmas to us, was not who got it, but who didn't get it and was amazing. Remember that you're an artist and pursue this art form. Be a sponge. Watch everything you can see. Watch things you're scared to see. Watch things you think might be boring. Go to the movies. Go to the theater, because the most dangerous thing today is that phone in your hand and not giving art your complete undivided attention. I think my superpower and why I have the career that I have is because I have a BFA from a great school in directing, and I went to acting school. Training. I think scene work, the craft. I understand the craft. I also know how to talk to actors who have the craft. I know from the great Gerald Friedman, whose namesake theater we're sitting in, that it doesn't help an actor to just tell them something result-oriented like faster or funnier. It's more about getting to the actual specificity of the beat and talking about that will help them reach the goal.